Welcome back, everyone. For today's workout, you need your body and a mat and a prop. If you don't have a magic circle today, feel free to grab a yoga strap or a theraband. You'll need that to get a little good stretch on at the end of class. So just set that aside and we'll get started on hands and knees right in the middle of your mat. Keep the knees underneath your hips and reach your hands a handprint forward here. Send your pelvis back into space. Reach the center of the chest forward. And then drop your head. Let's start to circle our pelvis, our rib cage to one side, forward and to the opposite side. So just little circles here through the spine, adding in maybe a little head circle as well. Maybe you just want to let your head be heavy. A few stirs of those hips in one direction. Get those ribs involved. Whatever direction you took, reverse. And feel those trochanter muscles and those hip sockets. Kind of just massage those hips out. Last two. One more breath there. And then you'll bring everything in towards your midline, stacking your shoulders right on top of your wrists, knees beneath the hips. A few cat-cows, just inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, scooping around. Really ground down to those toenails. All 10 knuckles. Fingerprint. One more. And then we'll just settle into a neutral spine here. You're gonna push down to your right palm, your left arm's gonna reach up, you're gonna look up, and then you're gonna throw that left arm through and under. Bend your right elbow. 2 more times, inhale. And exhale, one more. Good, and the next time you open back up, reach your left arm out to the left of you, and then open your right knee out to the right. In that little fire hydrant pose, pause for a moment, make sure your hips stay square to the ground, and then rest the knee down. Do it again. So you thread the needle through and under. Left arm opens, right knee opens out to its side, pause, and then knee back down. And do that a few more times. Starting to feel the stability of that right shoulder, left oblique. Last 2. Open and pause. One more. And hand and knee down, other side. Keep the knees down, right arm up, look up, and thread that arm through and under. Bend your left elbow. 2 more. Carve it out. 1 more. Open that right arm out to the right, left knee out to its side. Just pause for a second, make sure that left hip didn't lift, and then rest the knee down. Carve it through. Stretch. Open. Hold. Knee down. Thread. Lengthen. Pause. Exhale. Last 2. Good. 1 more. Good, and rest. Rest with those forearms down, shoulders over the elbows. We'll start with our left leg extended out long underneath us. Keep the foot flexed, lift that left leg up at hip height. Again, keeping that left hip wrapped to the floor, and then lower the leg down with control. Left leg lifts and lowers. So your gaze is slightly forward towards those thumbs. Keep hugging your rib cage in and down to support the spine. We're just lifting from the smile line of that left butt cheek. Good. Really feeling supported here in the shoulders, so pushing down and out into those forearms so the chest doesn't sink to the floor. Good. Keep that length through that hip. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, leg stays lifted on 1, pause, tiny little circles. Stir it up. 8, 7, 6, keep that leg long and straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse the direction, up and around. Good. 9, lengthen. 8, up and around. 7, accent is up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold for a moment, take a breath, and rest that knee down. Come up to those hands. Extend that left leg back again. Good. Pausing here. Push down to those palms. Extend your right leg out. Take a big breath in. You're in your highest plank. If you need to modify, just rest the knees down and pause for 5 moments. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Sit those hips back. Good. From here, keep your right hand underneath your shoulder, left leg out to its side. You're gonna open up to this modified side plank. Right knee's underneath the right hip though. Be mindful of that, and then pause here. You're gonna shift the weight into that right hand and lift your left leg up. Pause for a moment and lower that left leg down. It lifts up again and it lowers. Maybe let's add in that arm. They meet in the middle. Exhale. Inhale. So the tendency is the pelvis seems to head back to the wall behind you. Gently press your pelvis forward. So that bottom hip is right underneath that top hip. Last 4, 3, 2. Leg is up on 1, keep it up. Left arm reaches over the head, take a breath. Again, they meet in your midline. Bring the knee towards your elbow. Lengthen it back out, exhale. Inhale, reach away in opposition. So the knee and elbow do not need to touch. Just bring them in, keeping that pelvis nice and steady. Gently pressing forward to the wall in front of you. 4, beautiful. 3, 2, last 1. Take a pause, reach, foot down, look up, really stretch up. And you'll bring that left knee underneath you. And just take those hips to the left as your arms gently reach that top right corner. Big breath here. And soften on your exhale. Good. Before we do the other side, whatever prop you had, you're gonna place behind your pelvis. So I'm just gonna face the other direction. Rolling my shoulders back, make sure the prop is off your pelvis. Little squeeze, or if you have a strap, think of ripping it apart. Keep the arms straight. Just start to pulse those arms back an inch, back an inch. Being mindful that the ribs don't start to flare open. So the arms are just reaching back. Arms straight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause with those arms off your butt. Hinge at those hips. 1 long line from head to tail. Again, roll those shoulders back, hug your ribs in and down, and then start to pulse those arms again. A little different. Really firing up in those posture muscles. Keep reaching the heart forward and out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Sit a little deeper and rise all the way on up. Take a moment. Rest the arms, shoulders back. Press those arms back. Take a pause. Just look to the right. Look to the left. Grow taller as you look center. Rest the arms. Again, arms reach back. Hold the breath. Abs in. Look left. Look right. Center. Rest those arms. 1 last time to each side. Reach. Lengthen right. Look left. Center. Resist the arms. Last time. Reach it. Left. Right. Center. And oof. That was enough. Let's go right into that other side. So back down to those forearms. Right leg extends back. Good. And from there, hover it. Hip height. Maybe a little higher. Keep your right hip wrapped to the ground and lower the leg down. It lifts back up and it lowers. Thinking out, not up, right? Keep reaching the chest, center the chest forward in opposition. Good. Exhale to lift. 6. Keep spiraling that right hip to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause with the leg up. Keep it long and straight. Tiny circles in one direction. Stir it up. 8, 7. Soft ribs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Reverse and pause, up and around, 10. Lengthen 9, leg long and straight, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, lengthen, and rest the knee down. Coming down, coming onto those palms, another plank. Right leg shoots back, left leg shoots back. This time pause, take a big breath in. And then from there, you're gonna pick your hips up towards the ceiling. Good, send the crown of the head forward, hit that plank. Maybe squeeze those heels together, finding that midline, those inner thighs, all connect to that deep core. 2 more. Pike, see your toes. Lengthen to your plank. 1 more. Stretch, sitting bones to the ceiling. Lengthen, crown the head forward. Take a pause and rest your knees down. This time, left hand underneath the left shoulder, right foot, all 5 toes straight ahead. Left knee underneath that left hip. Arm up, leg up, and lower. Lift and lower. So again, bottom hip, left hip, gently pressing forward. Adding in that arm. Exhale, inhale. Good, you have 4, 3, 2, leg is up, arm reaches in opposition. Take a pause, really stretch, hand away from foot, exhale, draw it in. Reach away, in towards your midline. They don't have to connect, just reach, exhale, lengthen, hug the midline in. Again, hips gently pressing forward. 3, 2, last one. Find that stretch, foot down, lift those hips up, look up, and then knee down, arms reach to the left diagonal, hips gently to the right. Settle here, take a big breath in. Nice exhale out. Good work. And we'll meet facing the front end of our mat again. So again, going back into some core, more glutes, hover your knees into this little bear plank, and we'll be adding on here. So again, pushing down out the palms of the hands. When you're ready, keep the pelvis as still as you can as your right leg shoots back on your exhale, and then take it back to the floor. Left leg shoots back, exhale, and back to the floor. We're just here for 4. Keep your shoulders right over your wrists. 3. Last 2. 1 more. We'll meet with the right leg back. Hold it back, pause it back, push down to your palms, reach up for this 3-legged downward facing dog. You can open up the hips, square up your hips, bring that knee in towards your nose. So you're hovering again, shoulders over your wrists, and then send your right leg back, 3-legged dog. A few more, scoop, bringing the knee in, reach out, good. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. You're gonna hold, take a breath, look forward, stop your foot right in between your hands. Again, right foot in its own lane, left foot in its own lane, rise it up. Good, you're in this split squat here, 2 90-degree lunges, just rise up. Bend into your front knee, hinge the torso forward. Push down to your right foot, exhale, rise. Find your balance, hinging, really hugging that right outer hip in and back, driving down to your right foot to rest. Continue here. 5, 4, keep those legs nice and steady, just the torso moving. 3, 2, bravo. 1 more, you're gonna hold it here. You're gonna rotate your chest slightly to the right, come through center. Push down to that right foot, bring your left foot in, step your left foot out. So we rotate, exhale, come through center, step it in, step it out. You have 8. Good. All that way in that right foot. 7. Left foot's light as a feather. You have 6. 5. Don't twist where your pelvis starts to rotate with you. Slight movement for 4. 3. 2. One more, find your center, take a big breath in. Maybe reach your arms forward and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, stand all the way up on 1. Keep your right foot where it is. Step your left foot back like you're in warrior 2. Straighten the legs, take a big side bend. Come all the way up, bend your right knee out to your warrior, rise up. Side bend. All the way up for a good stretch. Keep that right knee opening out to the right. 2 more. Stretch. Left oblique takes you up. Reach away. You're gonna pause here, take a breath, maybe peel that right heel off the ground and lower it down. Just a little lift, soft ribs. 4, 3, 2, heel stays up, just take a nice little side bend here, pause. Look down, drop your right heel down, cartwheel those hands to the front end of your mat. Meet me in your plank. In your high plank, zip those legs together, right hip dips to the floor. Exhale, pick it up, left. Right, up and over left. Keep reaching your chest forward. Last 4, last 3, 2, 1. Meet me in your plank, take a big breath in, rest your knees down. Child's pose. Nice work, everyone. All right, we have one more side to do. I'm gonna face the same end, back to that bear hover. So tuck the toes under, lift those knees. We're gonna start with the left leg. Left leg reaches out, back down, right leg out. Good, so keep those knees low to the ground. Tendency is the hips start to lift towards the ceiling. Good, left, right. Meet me with your left leg long and straight. Keep reaching your chest forward, push down to the palms. Take a pause in this 3-legged dog. You could open up the hips, bend the knee, do what you gotta do. Square for your hips, here we go. Knee in, press away, lengthen. Make sure you're arriving with those shoulders back over those wrists as that knee comes in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee in, hold it in, and then stomp your left foot to the floor. 2 90-degree angles, make sure your left foot's in its own lane. No tightrope. Lift the heart, heavy your tail, you're upright. Straighten those legs. Keep your back leg straight, hinge your torso forward and pause. Find your balance, hug that left hip back. Push down to your left foot and rise. Keep going, hinge, and stand. So the only reason why we're coming up is we're driving our left foot down into the mat to lift our torso upright. And rise. 5, 4, keep those collarbones nice and open. 3, 2, meet me with that hinge forward. Pause here, lots of weight on that left foot. Twist gently, center, step it in, step it out. Again, a little rotation just from the belly button up. Good, keep rotating. 8, 7, just the leg moving. I even move my pelvis a little bit. Try to keep all that weight in that left foot. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Find center. Maybe those arms reach forward. Take a big breath in. Maybe that left hip lifts up, left heel lifts off the ground. And then rise it all the way on up. Left foot is gonna be facing one end, all 5 toes on the other. So again, just reverse that warrior stretch. Straight legs, side bend, look up. Exhale, right oblique takes you up. Bend that left knee out to the left and rise it up. Big breath in. Exhale to lengthen up. Open and stretch. 2 more. Last one. Meet me in that warrior pose. Lift the left heel, lower the left heel. Keep that left knee out to the side. Just a few more. 3, 2. Can you hold that heel up and take a nice side bend? Hold and breathe for 3. Now look down, stay low. 2, 1. Cartwheel those hands to the front, to the mat. Step out to your final plank. Pause here, keeping the shoulders over the wrist. Take your right foot, tap it off to the right to the floor, and then step it back in. Left foot. Good, and keep going. So the further you reached, the harder it will be. 5, 4. Keep your gaze forward. 3, 2, 1. Take a big breath in, pause. Knees nice and wide. Slip those hips back, child's pose. Big breath in. And big breath out. Roll your way on up. We're gonna finally get down to our backs. So grab the prop that you chose in the beginning of class. Reach it forward, arms ahead. Crown the head reaching to the ceiling. Start to slowly roll down onto your back. Scooping the abdominals back. Arms reaching forward in opposition. Good, and just settle here down. So if you have the strap, if you have the ring, of course, you're gonna place the ball of your foot right in the middle of the strap. Everyone's elbows are bent. Your shoulders stay nice and heavy, broad on the mat. Left knee is bent for now. Just settle here. Allow that right hip to just settle down to the floor. Big breath in. Maybe that left leg decides to lengthen long out underneath you. So both legs are straight. Try not to lock in that right leg. A few more breaths here, just allowing that right hip to really settle down to the socket. I should say the right thigh bone to settle down to that socket. Left hand is going to grab the ring or both ends of your yoga strap. We're just going to gently start to glide that right leg over to the left hip. Keep your right hip on the ground is the goal. This is less is more type of movement, and really firmly push that foot into your magic circle, the ball of the foot, or into your yoga strap. Breathing here, feeling a little, yes, feeling that IT band, maybe even your calf muscle. Think of sickling that right ankle a little bit more to the floor so the right toes are facing the ground. Soften those ribs. One more deep breath here. At the very bottom of that exhale, you're gonna bring your right leg back to the ceiling, switch hands, and then you're gonna open up for a counter stretch. So getting to that right adductor. Keep your left hip heavy to the ground. I think it's helpful to plant your hand there and then really firmly push that right foot out to the right, opening up through that inner thigh. Again, after that exhale, you're gonna bring that leg back up. Good. From here, take a breath. You're gonna nod the chin. You're gonna curl your head, heart, and shoulders up. You're gonna reach the leg away from your midline, and then you're gonna use that to take your spine on up. Just like that. Take the strap or magic circle to the other foot. Sit up tall. You could always bend your right knee, and then you're gonna slowly round back onto your back. Good job. So again, right foot's on the ground, left hip is settling into its place. A few breaths here, just feeling length from sitting bone to left heel. Really flex that ankle good. Right leg can start to float away from you. Nice flexed feet, active right leg, softening through the back of that left knee. And then we'll take hold, right hand, left hand maybe to your left hip. We'll just start to glide that left leg over to your right hip. Big toe ball mound, pinky toe ball mound, all then pushing firmly into your circle or strap. Left sitting bone gently tucking under, think of that. Trying to square up those hips to the ceiling. All while trying to breathe through the stretch. So yes, lots of sensation here through that outer hip, IT band. One more breath here. At the very bottom of that exhale, bring the left leg to the ceiling, switch hands, left leg out to the left. Again, right hip is rooted down. Really push into that left foot away from your midline, opening up through that left inner thigh. and bring that leg up. From here, both hands on the circle or strap. The leg stems away from you, you curl up, you gaze towards your navel, and you roll all the way up. Good, everyone, release that. Sit up nice and tall, reach those arms forward and out, reach for those toes, your calves, whatever's available to you, and just fold. Good, roll your way on up. Really good work, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one.